What's going on, everyone? It's Simon, and today I'm answering a question that I've been getting asked somewhat frequently, which is, why should I get a Gnarbox when I can just use my laptop? I've been talking a lot about the Gnarbox lately and the types of workflows that you can have with it, and there's a lot of great things that overlap between the Gnarbox 2.0 and a laptop. Some of the pros that both of them have for using them is you can use them both anywhere because they both run off of a battery. You can offload your footage, photo, whatever type of content you are creating with both of them. The Gnarbox has the built-in SD card, or you can plug in any USB-C card reader. Most laptops these days are USB-C, which gives you a nice fast transfer speed. If you're having a little older laptop, you still have the ability to pretty much transfer any type of data. So you can really use these in any way. You can also plug in external hard drives to both, so you can have redundant backups for all of your data. And that's really where these two kind of end as having similarities. I'm going to dig into the pros first of each, and then I'm going to talk about the cons of each and situations where I might take one over the other or both depending on what my job is. Again, every job is different, so you're not going to use the same exact tools for every job. Gnarbox 2.0. And I'm talking specifically about 2.0 because this is the one that really checks all the boxes for me for doing work while I'm traveling. The big pros of 2.0 is it's super lightweight. I weighed this with the charger and it weighs like 1 pound and 2 ounces with just one battery. But that goes into one of my next points about this is the fact that it has a removable battery. So I could actually take a Gnarbox and like 4 batteries and go off the grid for days and be able to back up all of my data without having to charge the device or have a bigger power source to be able to charge batteries. Then it's also got up to a 1 terabyte SSD, so you don't need to worry as much about having a lot of space. But again, if you want to have redundancies, you can plug in any external hard drive. It's also great for offloading while you're on the go. The Gnarbox is great for not just adventure travel shooters like myself or remote shooters. It's great for like a wedding photographer, a wedding videographer, a sports photographer, those kinds of people where you want to back up and be able to get access to your footage and photos sooner than later. If you're on the sideline of a football game, you could take one card out of a camera, throw it in, have it backing up, and then continue shooting on a different card, and then just stick it in your pocket while you're moving around the field. And then that goes into the fact that you can have a full mobile workflow using Gnarbox 2.0. Being able to use the Lightroom Mobile and LumaFusion, you can do pretty much any editing with it. Then you've got the laptop. The pros, again, you can go anywhere, that kind of stuff. The pros specific to a laptop is you'll typically get a faster transfer speed to a computer. I know that it's the case with my MacBook Pro. You also get a bigger screen, so you're able to do editing and see more of your image or video. Again, with that, you also have more powerful editing software. If you are trying to do like a really big edit that may be harder to do on an iPad or an iPhone or any sort of mobile device, you can use Premiere, Final Cut, Resolve, whatever workflow you have already, you're able to use it. And that's really my big pros for taking a laptop over a Gnarbox. So now to the cons. Well, cons of the Gnarbox is the fact that it's a little slower than your computer, and the fact that some of the mobile apps don't give you quite as much functionality as the desktop versions. Obviously, that's changing as things like iPad OS start to come out, but at this point in time, it is what it is. And then when you think about a laptop, the cons of it are it is bigger and heavier than a Gnarbox. I mean, just doing a size comparison, it's a lot bigger. The 2019 MacBook Pro with its charger weighed 4 pounds and 12 ounces, which is exponentially more than the Gnarbox with one battery. So you could take a lot of batteries not even having to get close to it, and you can probably get about the same amount of life out of it in that respect. Also, if you want to charge a computer, you need a much bigger power source to be able to charge from versus a Gnarbox, which you could charge off of any USB-C battery bank, that kind of thing. Again, because it's got the USB-C charge, whereas a battery bank may not give you enough of a power draw for a laptop to be able to charge. And you may not be able to get as much out of a charge as you can with the Gnarbox. Really, what are some situations that I would bring a laptop over Gnarbox, Gnarbox over laptop, and then situations where I would bring both? So Gnarbox, if I'm doing a small project, a quick project, that kind of thing, or if I'm out for a day shooting, I would just carry the Gnarbox so I can back up to it, and then when I get back to my computer, I'm able to just dump and have it going, and then I'm already having multiple backups. Situations where I would use my laptop, if I'm traveling and I need to get a real serious edit done while I'm traveling, I'm able to get more done using Final Cut than I can with LumaFusion. And that's just because of my comfort with the software, and certain aspects of the software I think are better than one another. LumaFusion has been great for me with starting to develop a rough edit, that kind of thing for a project. But when it comes to really finessing projects and color and that kind of stuff, I just love being able to have my desktop operating systems functionality. And so having my laptop would be a game changer for me. So that's really kind of where I would take one over the other. Situations where I would actually take both of them with me is I am going to Ethiopia in November, and I don't necessarily want to have to carry multiple laptops to have redundancy for if something happens to my MacBook and it dies, being able to back up my data. I want to be able to have something that lets me back up, A, if the laptop goes down, but then B, if we're out in a village overnight, I don't have to carry the laptop, I can just carry the Gnarbox. So the Gnarbox really is a redundancy and a lifesaver, so that way I'm able to be more regularly backing up, and I can back up at lunch while we're out filming. I can do that kind of stuff where I couldn't do it as easily with the laptop. A lot of my projects were bouncing around different places each day where I'm not going to be able to sit down, pull out a laptop, plug in card readers and that kind of thing. And this would allow me to be able to just back up as I go. I can leave it in my bag while they're shooting something else and be able to just have full redundancy all the way through. That is all I have for this video. I hope you guys got something out of it. I hope it helps you kind of understand where these two different devices can work together to give you a fantastic workflow for photo and video content creation, no matter what field of it you are in, or I should say what niche of it you are in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Be sure to leave a comment if you guys got something out of this. I love being able to interact with you guys on this platform. Have a great week. I will see you guys next time.